Hey everybody, Austin back again with another Let's Play video. Today it's going to be Super Pinball, Behind the Mask for the Super Nintendo. And I was actually kind of sort of scrolling through my Super EverDrive trying to figure out what to Let's Play, and I basically named this file whatever I feel like, and well, I felt like playing Super Pinball. I was actually planning on doing something like a shoot 'em up, like UN Squadron or something like that. Not that I'm really that good at that game either. But I saw this in the list and I was like, you know what? I love me some pinball. You guys know I love me some pinball. And a lot of you guys know I love me some Super Pinball. Although I haven't played this game in a while. It's been... oh man, probably, it's been a while, at least a year since I last played it. So what we're gonna do is actually try to play through sort of the Conquest Mode. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Let me, let's check. Let's get in here and check. Conquest. Yes, it is Conquest. So essentially you have two modes in this game. You've got competition, which is just your one player. You can play any table in the game, which is 3 tables in the game, and you just go for your high score. Unfortunately, there's no battery backup in this game, so your high scores won't be saved. But write them down somewhere if you really want to play for high score. It's really a good way to learn the tables inside and out. The tables aren't really that complicated in this game, much like Kaze's later pinball games like Last Gladiators and Necronomicon. They're pretty easy to figure out and dominate once you get used to them. Conquest is sort of like the story mode of the game. Not really that much story involved, but the goal is to go from the first table through the third and essentially beat each one and travel to the next. And you have to pretty much do so... yeah, you just have to do so. If you lose at a table, you can try it again, but there's no, like, password save or anything like that, so you've got to do it in one sitting. And if you don't successfully complete each table, your first try in each sitting, it could be a long sitting. It can take a long time to get through it. But yeah, let's go ahead and exit! I don't know why exit's so big there. Go back to the title screen. Where amazing things happen, or not really. Alright, so let's do Conquest. And it always starts you off on the Jolly Joker table. Then it goes to the Blackbeard table, I think that's what it's called. And then it goes to Warlock. I think it's Warlock. Or is it Wizard? I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this. Actually, the last time I played this was when I was trying to write a review of the game. And I had a hard time writing the review because... I don't know why I was having a hard time writing the review. It's just a simple pinball game, but I suck at writing reviews, so hence you never saw a review of this game, but here we are, let's playing it. Okay, basic skill shot. The goal is to hit the plunge button, which I believe is X or Y, when the light is on the center mask, and that'll give you the maximum amount of points possible. So there we go. And, you basically press A to flip the right flipper, and I think R works as well. Yeah, it does. I prefer using A. It seems easier to me. And then left or L will do your left flipper. And there's some cool tricks you can do in this game like in real pinball. Like you can try to post transfer like that to get the ball from one side of the playfield to the other. And it's actually a really good trick to know in this game. I think the ball's going to kick back down to the right flipper, yeah. Really good trick to know in this game. And if it's like real pinball, which it seems like it kind of is, a lot of times it's difficult to do it from one side compared to the other. Well, it seems like it's difficult to do it from either side. You gotta get the timing just right. Let me try it again. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's all that reliable, but it's definitely doable in this game, which is really cool, so... Alright, now the goal is to reach, I want to say the first goal was 60 million. And to do that, you really want to start your multi-ball. And to start your multi-ball, you have to spell a certain letter a certain amount of times. And it's been so long since I played this game, I don't remember what that letter, or not that letter, you have to spell a word out. Can't even talk straight. And then once you spell that word out, the lock, which is on the very right-hand corner of this playfield, will light. And, yeah, it pretty much just goes from there. So that shot is the mystery ward. It always doesn't really build that high. Jack in the Box is sort of like another mystery ward. And, yep, light mystery. Great. Which isn't worth that much. Well, let's try it again. Let's go for the mystery shot again. Is this going to be a real mystery? Nope, still 200,000. So, not that great. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to go with the 20 million. Because I can still get multi-ball the legitimate way. Okay, so when you hit that sort of inner loop up top, it always awards a mystery. Which isn't really a mystery. It always awards something like 200,000 points. But you can get it lit to where it's actually a selectable mystery. So it's not really a mystery. Or it kind of is, but you get the option to choose what you get. The pop bumpers aren't really worth much on their own. However, you can access, or I'm sorry, activate, I believe, I don't know what they call them in this game, but it's basically equivalent to real pinball machines, super pop bumpers. And I think the pops will be worth 1 million, and that was lame. Don't laugh at me. Bonus doesn't get very high in this game either. If you want to build your bonus multiplier, you have to hit the drop targets in the center of the playfield. But those are really risky, so it's not really worth going for. The drop targets are just really, yeah, not worth going for unless you're in multi-ball or something. Unfortunately, I think multi-ball in this game is only 2-ball. I don't think it's 3-ball. So there we go. Doesn't hurt to get some free points on the plunge. That adds up, you know? If you have a close game and you only need 5 million, well, if you get the skill shot on every ball, that 5 million is going to add up. Big time. Now that loop, that sort of horseshoe loop that, you know, has arrows that build up. They light and they build up. Essentially what those do is once you build them up all the way, you're awarded like 10 or 15 million or something like that. It's not something that's really worth going for on its own because it takes so many shots. You're better off just trying to go for your multi-ball shots. And I'm trying to hit the ball up there to the very right. There you go. Add a letter. Yeah. So we have to keep hitting that right shot. That's the most important shot on this table. And what you'll find through playing this game is that pretty much every table is like that. Pretty much has the exact same goals to get to multi-ball. Basically hit a single shot that builds letters. And once you spell a word, or a certain word on the table, it'll activate, or I'm sorry, it'll light your lock for multi-ball. The multi-balls can be extremely lucrative in this game. So hopefully, you know, I don't think we're going to actually complete the Conquest Mode, but I think that I'll at least get to show you a couple multi-balls and show you how to score high in them. And the multi-balls are really key to scoring high in this game. Let's see if I can get that mystery award. And let's see if I can post transfer. Nope. There we go. Well, that didn't work out too well. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box can be good. Give me 10 million. Give me 10 million. Give me 10 million. Give me nifty chat. What the what the hell is nifty chat? I've never gotten this before. Oh, please don't drain. Please don't drain. Thank you. Nifty chat. I have never seen this before. Chris, in Playing Games, if you've seen this before, let me know. My buddy Chris, who I do the podcast with, he has also played a lot of Super Pinball. He really likes this game as well. So let's see what the mystery is going to be. Nifty Chat Part 2. Jolly Joker, 20 million. We're going to go with 20 million again. Because all I need is 8 more million. And then the door opens. It's like the special door or something like that. So, you know, what I could do is just hit that inner loop over and over. The one with the arrows on it. And that would definitely help me. So all I need is 8 million. Once I complete that inner loop and build those arrows up, that's like 10 million right away. And that's not going to happen because I drained. It's really hard to relight your kickback in this game, and the ball definitely tends to drain out the outlanes a lot, so... Okay, I still need 7 million, so... Well, let's hope I can get it. The skill shot should give me a few million. Alright, come on. Skill shot's gonna be faster now. Oh no. Got it. So that was 3 million. Oh, looks like I got my kickbacks though. Again, which is great. Although my arrow chain up top is unfortunately back to the start, which kind of sucks. Jack in the Box, maybe this can give me a few million. Give me 5 million. Give me 5 million. Million drops! I don't think I really want to hit the drops, but... ah, screw it. There's one! We need 3 more million! Still no super pops or whatever. Man, that million drops is really obnoxious. Right in your face. There we go. Well, I guess it's only temporary. So the right loop is lit. I wonder if... oh, I think it gives you a sympathy multi-ball. That is something really good to know in this game, as I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Yeah. Yep. It basically lights multi-ball for you on ball 3. I totally forgot about that. Again, guys, it's been a while since I played this. So the goal is to pretty much hit the big-ass flashing arrow for, I believe, your first jackpot, which is... shouldn't be too difficult. Got it. Jackpot. Jackpot. What is it worth? 20 million. Now, when you do it again, I think you basically can get super jackpot, which is major points. We're talking like 50 million or something like that. Oh, that was bad. Okay, the forbidden door is lit now, so I still have to hit that same shot I was going for. Ooh, I did a little drop catch there and I didn't mean to. And basically what happens is if you don't hit this, you have to do something to activate it again. It doesn't look like I'm gonna hit it. Oh, come on, man. Got it. Wait, didn't get it. What the hell was that? It was supposed to take me out. It was supposed to exit the table for me. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, that's not cool. Wait, actually what I think happens is... I think if I drain, it takes me to the next table. I think it actually keeps me in the game, so I can still try to get a high score. So let's go ahead and drain. And if this doesn't work out, what I'll just go ahead and do is just play each other table individually so you can see what they're like instead of trying to go through the whole game. Well, I've been beaten, but the next player will be more difficult. Yeah, that's what happens. It basically takes you to the next one after you drain. See, I'm used to Necronomicon, in which was another later Kaze pinball game for the Sega Saturn. Unfortunately, it was Japan only. Necronomicon, you would hit the magic door, or whatever the hell it's called, and it would actually take you immediately to the next table. So, now if I recall correctly, I didn't actually read what the score requirements were. I want to say for this one, it's something like 120 million. It's a lot more difficult. So basically what we're going to want to do is just continually try to go for that multi-ball. I'm not even going to bother with the other shots. And I do remember this table was more punishing. The multi-ball is a little bit easier to activate in a sense in this one because you only have to spell 4 letters to light your multi-ball. So that is good at least. You only have to spell gold. A little stereotypical, don't you think about it? Don't you think? Alright. Trying to post-transfer. It's really hard to get the ball in the other flipper any other way, to be honest with you. And I'm doing a little bit of on-the-fly shooting, as they call it in real pinball. Where instead of trying to cradle the ball like that's cradling the ball. ball will roll up, and instead of trying to just hold the flipper up, I'll just shoot it on the fly instead of grabbing it and holding it like this. Cradling it like such is really good because you can get better control over the ball and make educated shots. And that was... Oh, you weren't going to give it to me? It rolled up to the left out lane and seemed like it hit the kickback switch, but it didn't fire up, which sucks. Sometimes that actually happens in real pinball. You gotta keep in mind, in real pinball, it's just a physical ball moving around, basically a customized box. So crazy things can happen, like the ball can roll down and down the center, but somehow ricochet over and go up the out lane, which it was supposed to originally go down, so... Let's go for that gold. Nope, missed the gold. It's tough. The thing about some of these old digital pinball games in particular is that it's tough to be consistent with your shots. I mean, I've really got to give Kaze props for this game. It's definitely one of the more realistic pinball games of its time. And, you know, right down to the visual style, the sort of pseudo three-dimensional visual style, which still holds up decently enough, I think. It's still pretty cool looking. Oh, that was bad. So it looks like my last letter's lit, which should light my, or start my multi-ball for me. Blackbeard's Treasure House. So like I was mentioning, pretty much every table in this game is pretty much identical in terms of the kinds of shots available. For instance, that upper loop I just hit is the same shot as the mystery award on the last table I played. The spot where I've been spelling gold is basically the same shot as the right hook on the last table where I would start that multi-ball. The far right loop on this table is the same thing as the left inner loop, horseshoe loop on the last table. It does the exact same thing. That skull shot where you see the drop targets, there's actually two shots there. It'll whip the ball right back around. That's actually the same thing as hitting the full orbit on the last table. Basically does the same thing. You spell other letters and then it starts a hurry up mode. The far left sort of little shot is the other sort of mystery award where it just scrolls up and down. And that's it. The next table is pretty much identical as well. And that's one of the downfalls to Super Pinball, is you have three tables that all have identical modes and values for shots, essentially. However, the only difference is the table design in terms of layout and obviously the graphical style. So, once you get used to that, you should be able to play any table pretty well, because you know exactly what the goal is. And for big points, the goal is multi-ball. So unfortunately, Super Pinball is a little shallow in that regard. So, but let's try to go for our multi-ball. Got it. See, this table, it takes less to get to multi-ball, but it's also sort of riskier to try to shoot for multi-ball. That's a tight shot, and you're definitely punished a little bit more in this this table compared to the other one if you miss a shot, just due to the table's design. Now I'm going to try to get a ball on the right flipper so I can hit that left shot. I didn't get it. There's no grace period on this game. So what we're basically going to try to do is just get right back in the multi-ball. Light mystery. Well, that can be good. That could potentially get me straight back in the multi-ball, depending. Let's see if it works. I feel like I'm flailing because it's harder to control the ball and just let it bounce and do its own thing in this game. Give me multi-ball. Hoist Jr. 10 minute. I have no idea what Hoist Jr. is, so I'm going to do that. Hoist the Jolly Shoot Iron Man. Which I guess Iron Man is the gold shot. So let's go for the gold shot. Got it. Whoa, that's a solid little chunk of points. I will take 22 million. so we're going back to spelling gold again. Again, tough to be consistent with these shots. I mean, this isn't real pinball. There's definitely not as much distance on these flippers that you have to work with as you do on a, say, real pinball machine or a more modern digital pinball machine like Zen Pinball or even the Pinball Arcade. Zen Pinball's physics are definitely a little more realistic in a way than Pinball Arcade, though, so it's definitely a better example. Alright, one more shot for gold, and then multi-ball should start again. If I can hit it. Got it. Nice little dead flipper bounce there. And what's great about this game is that you can do real pinball tricks like that. You can't do as many as you can in real pinball, but there are some you can do, like the dead flipper bounce, which is essentially just letting the ball bounce off the flipper, like that. Basically, don't even flip, just let the ball bounce. Just let it bounce. Got it. Shoot gold. Or shoot Ironman, as it's called. Nice long ball saver, I'm not complaining about that. Oh, mother effer. Again, no grace period. And even though I had my jackpot lit, it timed out, which is kind of lame. It would be nice if it would at least leave the jackpot lit for the 40-something seconds I had. So, this game you do have to be accurate. Fortunately, there is a ball saver during multi-ball, and that definitely helps a lot. On a lot of real pinball machines from a certain era and back, if you get multi-ball, there's no ball save. So you could very well get multi-ball, which can sometimes be a difficult endeavor, and lose a ball immediately on the plunge or on the kick out when you get your multi-ball going. And so you basically lost all that work getting to multi-ball and whatnot. I'm gonna try to hit that drop target. I want to get my bonus X up a little more, just for fun. Unfortunately, the shots early on in the flipper aren't very realistic. See, I'm hitting it early and it's sort of veering off to the right, when in reality it's supposed to pop up nice and straight. So I probably just shouldn't even bother with that drop target. Oh, I got it! Bonus X times 3. Oh, didn't even register that drop target. I really shouldn't be going for those shots, especially since I don't have my kickbacks ready now. I'm up to 50 million though, surprisingly. I'm on ball 2, so my next ball is the last one. I don't remember if there are extra balls in this. I think there are. But I don't remember how to get them. And one of the unfortunate things about this game is getting punished like that when you miss, but also that the nudging doesn't really affect the gameplay that much. Unlike modern pinball games, digital pinball games, I'm sorry, where you can usually move the table left and right and up and down, which gives you a lot of flexibility to try to save the ball when it's at the out lanes. You can't do that in this. You can only nudge it up, and it doesn't really do anything. It's really bad in this game, so alright, we'll see if I complete this. If I don't, we'll go ahead and reset the game. I'll play the final table in the game just so you can kind of see what it's all about. And see that it's pretty much identical to the other tables. But look, my multi-ball's ready. Sympathy multi-ball, as I mentioned. So that is something really good to know. Let's try to post-transfer. Got it. That was, that was close. Alright, so we need to make that left loop. This is where things can get repetitive. You can find yourself doing this 10 times in a row and not actually get your jackpot. So it's definitely not an easy challenge, but I got it. I need to get control of a ball because, as you saw in the last one, there's not any grace period at all. So that was great, though. I got at least one jackpot. It looks like I have a potential to get a second one. Oh, I got it right as the ball drained. Man, that probably would have been like 50 million points. And I think that that would have been it. I would have been able to exit the stage. So we're actually kind of close now. Let me try to get back in the multi-ball again without dying in the process. Alright. Oh. G. Oh, that was O actually, so 2 more shots. That's good. I guess it still counted my G shot from earlier before ball 3 and gave me the sympathy multi-ball on top of that, which is nice. So it still kept my progress from spelling gold. Blackbeard's Treasure House, 900,000. I'll take 900,000. And I'll take a free shot to gold as well. Oh, come on, man! That sucked. That was bad. But hey, that's pinball. Unfortunately, that's digital pinball, and you don't have nearly as much control as you do in real pinball. Well, real pinball is really interesting. You do and you don't have as much control. Games usually go a lot faster. And, but you have more technical skills and abilities you can use to try to win at real pinball. And thus keep the ball from draining, say, down the center, like with what just happened there. Let's go ahead and reset the game. So much for that. I'm not going to go ahead and... Whoa, that was weird. I thought it was going to take us right back to the game. So this is actually, I think... Is this the Japanese version? I don't remember if Technos... Oh, no. Okay, yeah, Technos did do the American version. So this is the American version of the game. I actually used to have the Japanese version as well. And, yeah, it's Wizard, not Warlock. Okay, I always thought it was Warlock, but nope, it's Wizard. Warlock is in Last Gladiators, I think. Yeah. That's why I thought it was Warlock. I've been playing a lot of the Warlock table on Last Gladiators. So... Now, I do like this table a lot. I like it definitely better than the Blackbeard one. The Blackbeard one is probably my least favorite of the 3 tables in the game. Just due to the design and layout. You definitely get punished more often from misses in that game. This table, though, has some cooler graphical effects. Like, it's got the fake plastic pieces on the inlanes, which cover up your inlanes, which is kind of a cool effect. And I like the music, too. Alright, so basically the right loop, as you can see, the arrows going up, that's the same shot as the other lined arrow shots on the past 2 tables. You've still got 5 drop targets, which when completing those build your bonus multiplier. The shot between the top 2 drop targets, the bigger drop targets, that's actually how you spell your letters to light your multi-ball. Your multi-ball jackpot is on the left, just like your multi-ball jackpot was on the right on the very first table we played. You've got your pop bumpers, and then you've got your mystery shot is on one... I don't know if it's on the right side or the left side of those top right 2 drop targets. And yeah, so like I said, each table in this game pretty much plays the same. They're just laid out differently. So pick a table that you like the most, stick with that. That's probably how you want to play Super Pinball, unless you're trying to go and beat the game like I was just doing. So let's go ahead and shoot for that multi-ball. Add a letter to Wizard. So this is going to take a little bit longer, but one of the things I do like is that it spits the ball right back out at you instead of being like on the other tables where it kicks out from that left kick out, which could be a little unpredictable. The kick out from here is a little... Whoa, I was going to say it's a little more predictable, but it shot out from the to the right flipper that time. That was weird. Got it. Where's it going to shoot out? Okay. Or maybe it did it on the right the first time, I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. I always just let it loop over. So it's definitely a lot easier to get your multi-ball started in this one, which is what I like. But if I recall correctly, it is a little bit tougher to actually hit your jackpots on this one for some reason. I remember getting to this table in Conquest and just having a hell of a time with it, trying to complete it. This is the last table in Conquest mode. Drop catching doesn't work too well in this game, which it actually kind of took a while for digital pinball games to really get drop catching emulated accurately. It really wasn't until the Pro Pinball series where drop catching was something that you could actually do consistently. And I'd argue that drop catching is probably the most important real pinball skill to have. Aside from simple things like dead flipper bouncing and live catching. Multi-ball's lit. Multi-balls in. Welcome to the Wizards Amusement Park. Oh yeah, multi-ball. It's gonna spit the ball back out, I'm guessing. Just like that. Unfortunately, the balls don't really react to each other in this game. They just sort of float on top of each other. And that was a failed drop catch. Alright, so let's go for that left shot. Got it. Shoot beast, apparently. Which, yeah, it's definitely a tough shot. Got it. Can I get it again? That's the question. Oh, that was weird. That ball was probably supposed to drain, and oh my goodness. He said, "Oh my goodness." Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh my goodness, you missed the big jackpot, which I did. It was disappointing. But yeah, you guys have basically seen Last Gladiators. Why did I just say Last Gladiators? Last Gladiators was Kaze's, one of the Kaze's next pinball games. I don't know if it was immediately after this, or if it was Super Pinball 2 that was immediately after this. I want to say Super Pinball 2 and the Super Nintendo might have even been the same year as Last Gladiators. Either that, or Super Pinball 2 came out in '94 in Japan, when this game came out in America. That might have been the case. I don't remember. I'll have to go play the second one, check the copyright date on it. But yeah, I mean, you've basically seen Super Pinball, except for the very end of the game. There's like a special ending you get if you play Conquest Mode all the way through. Let's go ahead and shoot that right loop if we can. Go ahead and get those points. And I think it just gave me like 10 million. It doesn't even do anything special, which is always kind of like, I don't know, seemed kind of weird to me, because you have to shoot it so many times and there's no fanfare at all. Whereas you can get like a mystery award, and it's like, yeah, what was one that happened on the last table? It was like, I don't know, mega drop targets, and it's like you're never gonna actually go for the drop targets because they're so risky as it is and they're hard to hit. But you hit the right loop 7 times and it doesn't do anything. No fanfare, at least. At least it gives you points. But let's go for it again, I guess. Alright, one more. So we are at Limbo, apparently. Limbo's that mystery shot. 56. We're at 56 million now. Yeah, we're at 46 million. It sort of looped back into that right orbit, which registered the hit for me, and thus gave me 10 million for completing that right loop. Fortunately, it seems like hitting the right loop on this table is a lot more safe than it is going for that similar loop on the other two tables, which is pretty cool. So if you get to this table, one strategy to actually try to beat Conquest Mode is go for that loop a few times. I mean, it's obvious that there is a drop catch. That was a drop catch. I was saying, it's obvious the multi-ball can be huge in this game, and that's probably what you want to aim for. But if you have time, it probably doesn't hurt to just go for this right loop as well. Because look at it, it just seems like it feeds out nice. And sometimes it goes back and gives you another free hit on it. So, one more hit, I'll have another 10 million. If I can... Let's shoot it up there. Oh, and that's not really where I wanted to shoot it, but no drop catch there. 71 million now. So that was an easy 10 million points. Let's keep doing that. There's another one. Now the trick is when it comes down is getting control again, or at least letting it bounce like that and then getting a good shot. It seems like the ball bounces pretty well off the flipper, so you're usually pretty good with just letting it bounce, not like that. It's got to have a little more momentum. Alright, so let's try to go for one more multi-ball, then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Oops, bad skill shot. Bad skill shot. Not that I'm really trying to play all that well right now. Because we're not in Conquest Mode, so... When I'm not in Conquest Mode and I play this game, I'm almost kind of lazy about playing the game because it doesn't save your high scores. So, I mean, there's little incentive to try to play really well because I'm lazy and I don't want to keep a notepad with all my high scores. I'm not 11 years old. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just lazy. I just don't feel like doing that anymore, so... which is why I'll find myself playing more of like Necronomicon and Last Gladiators because they actually save your high scores. Which unfortunately this game does not. And, you know, they have better table designs pretty much, you know. Last Gladiators and Necronomicon, they both fall into the same trap as well as this game does, where pretty much every shot on one table will be there on another table, just in like a different position with a different name. So Last Gladiators and Necronomicon definitely are guilty of that as well. Although to be fair, in those games at least you have a lot more modes to activate, so you will get a lot more playtime out of them, replay value out of them at least. Not to mention the graphics are a lot better, the sound is great, the music is awesome, the animation is very cool. So Super Pinball was great though for when it came out in 1993. I mean, so there we go, multi-ball again. Let's see what we can do with this. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Awesome.
Double jackpot. 23 million times 2. Jackpot. 20 million. Yeah, and I just keep doing that back and forth. Let's see if I can do it one more time. Gotta do it one more time. I cannot do it one more time. Damn. That was a good multi-ball, though. That was definitely a good multi-ball. But basically a tactic to just play multi-ball over and over on this table is to essentially just let the ball bounce over on this kick out and just time your shot right here. You can literally just go back in. So hit it, pop out, rolls back, fire away, and miss like I've been doing every time. In the past, I have gotten it to where it's just a constant, just, you know, kick out, roll back, hit it, in. Kick out, roll back, hit, in. Just like that. So, one more shot when we got multi-ball going again. It's really not hard to get multi-ball going on this table. Not hard at all, to be honest with you. And so, this table is, mother effer. Drain. So this table's probably one to try out if you're new to this game, just to get familiar with how like the multi-ball works, because it's definitely the easiest to get to the multi-ball, I think. And it's not as punishing if you miss your shots on this table, whereas the Blackbeard and Iron Man table, it's very risky if you miss, due to how the ball rolls off the walls when it comes back down towards the flippers. The Jolly Joker's not bad either. Trying to hit that right shot. That's a good practice shot as well. So, but anyway, guys, that's it. That is Super Pinball for the Super Nintendo. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to Super Pinball, I hope you learned something, or even if you're not new to the game, I hope you learned something as well. I'll be back with some more videos sometime soon. And yeah, until then, take care, guys.